Hey guys, I got my coffee. I'm gonna set myself up for success. I feel like that could be better. So there's a video that I'm editing that I'm probably gonna put up. I don't know. I still have to see if the audio is okay on it, because basically I was recording a video of what I've been listening to, watching, and reading, and kind of like rating things, and I forgot to put my mic on, so the audio sounds a little wonky. It sounds like I'm on an airplane, because down in the basement there's the boiler that heats the entire house, there's the air purifier, the washer, the dryer, and when someone turns on the kitchen sink, you also hear that. The second time I tried to record it, it was a lot more put together, and I actually added some books and movies that I had forgotten about. But when I went to record that one, apparently I didn't press play because it just didn't record. And then I tried again today, and I gave up mid-recording. I just gave up. I just fucking gave up, because honestly, how many times can you tell the same story? You know what I'm saying? It was just like, I was so over it. I was so over it. And I haven't been feeling myself lately, which is why I decided to sit down and chat with you guys, because maybe you're feeling the same way and we can, I don't know, come together over that. I'll give you the timeline of like what's been happening in my life. So it started off, I had been posting to social media consistently every single day, right? And I had a really great like recording, editing, and posting like system and schedule that I was really happy with, and every single day I'd get more and more ideas. Yeah, and it was working really well for me, right? But then from there, this like last wave of information about the files like broke my brain, if I'm being so honest. The way that I explained it to Max was like, there are sad things, there are terrible, disgusting things happening all the time around the world, like war, famine, slavery, all these things that happen around us all the time. But we kind of like compartmentalize that, and then we keep going about our day, and we can say that those things are happening in other places, right? And how like injustices are happening all around us, but sometimes they're not happening at home, so then we just continue on. So when that information came out, when like this last wave of information came out, I knew I wasn't going to read anything like directly. I wasn't going to open anything directly, especially because a lot of the things that are discussed and like a lot of the things that have been happening are extremely triggering to me, like extremely. So I wouldn't put myself in that place, right? But one night, I hadn't been on Instagram all day, and I suddenly opened up Instagram, and like the first two reels I saw, no, it was like a reel and a carousel, was just a rush of information that I wasn't prepared for, and a rush of information that genuinely shook me to my core and kind of sent me into a tizzy, like a spiral, if I'm being honest. I went downstairs to talk to Max, and I couldn't stop crying and shaking and kind of feeling like I just wasn't okay, if I'm being honest. I really wasn't okay. And for the first time, I was like, oh my God, we have kids in this world. Like, why did we do that? Like, what have we done? And like, we are living in hell, like an actual hell, like. And it took me a few days to get those walls back up, like the compartmentalized walls in my brain. I really was not okay, guys. I really was not okay for a few days. And then I came back to myself a little bit, but not really. I've stopped recording, I stopped editing and posting, and I just really felt like those things were not important at all. Even though those are my means of like expressing myself and expressing my creativity, I just felt so insignificant and so small that I was just like, what the fuck is the point? Like, literally, what is the point? which is in direct contradiction to what I said in my last video, where it's like, take a break, respect yourself, like take care of yourself. Like I just felt like I couldn't do that. Like even buying a blind box felt insane. Like what kind of world do we live in, right? And it's so unfair. And again, this is what I talked to Max about. Like it's extremely unfair that I am not the person committing these atrocities. I am not someone who deliberately disrespects other people and like pays big money to do it, but I feel guilty buying like a blind box and enjoying my day. You know, like it just weighs so heavy on my heart, all the things that happen in this world. Like it just like and I know I'm not the only one, because some of my favorite YouTubers and creators have been having the same conversation on YouTube where they're like, yo, what are we doing? What do we do? Like, where do we go? How do we even take in this information and continue on? Like, what the fuck are we doing as a society to make sure that this doesn't happen again, or that these wrongs are righted as much as we can? And genuinely, I just feel like nothing is happening. And I'm trying to like, again, like come back to myself and be like, what am I doing on here? Past just like talking to myself. And I think another thing that's like really been affecting me is, I'm sorry if you can hear absolutely everything that's happening above me, because literally it's just the floor. Like it's just a floor, and then there's me and everyone else in the house right now. But what's been really affecting me and what I wanted to explain was like in 2016, when I was extremely depressed and anxious and going to therapy, what really sent me over the edge of my anxiety was that Supreme Court Justice, who I really work hard to not remember his name, Brett Kavanaugh. So that was during the times of like those trials, and I just remember feeling like, oh, you can deliberately go out of your way to disrespect a woman, disrespect her body and her autonomy, and still get to the highest level of the Supreme Court, of the judicial system in this country. Like I've never been able to let go of that. I've never been able to shake that. And that made me feel like, okay, that woman had proof on paper from her doctor that she's been talking about this for years and that it has traumatized her and that she hasn't been okay. But this guy being like, please, I have a wife and kids, still gets to have that job. Like men get to do whatever the fuck they want, and women just get disrespected, right?
Editing Sam here. I want to clarify because I think it's important. I know that it's not only the men in those files, because what actually broke my brain and like made me scramble the way that I did was the fact that there were mothers who were putting their children in unsafe environments on purpose and putting other people's children in unsafe environments. That's what sent me into the original spiral. So I'm sorry if it comes across like I'm only attacking the men. I'm just trying to explain how I feel in my body out in the world.
And that's what I've been feeling lately. That's why I've been feeling a little small and insignificant and really, really frustrated. And it hasn't been helping that with this small channel, which like I'm sure maybe half of the people who watch me are people who already know me, I have men commenting on my stuff and like being fucking freak weirdos. And so again, it has just like unlocked that part of my brain. I'm somewhat isolated, like because I work from home. I'm always with my partner. I'm always with my kids. Like I'm in a little bubble, right? I'm in this like really safe bubble. But because I've opened myself up just a little bit, it's opened the door for men to be like, hey girl, you want to party? And I'm like, no, what the fuck? Like it literally reminded me that men exist online. And the craziest part is that I have some guy friends, and I've tried to explain this to Max too, where I am so turned off and so fucking annoyed with like the patriarchy and the misogyny that runs so deep in this fucking country that even the men who are complimenting me, men that I know, who are like hitting me up just to be like, hey, great video, I'm like, please back the fuck up. Like, don't hit me up. And I don't really know where to place myself anymore. Like, I feel really overwhelmed with the amount of information that we've been given, if I'm being so honest. Like, the companies that are associated with the people on that list, the companies that have shaped our girlhood, right? Some of our girlhood, because not everyone was buying from those companies or interacting with those companies. But I'm just saying, like, companies like Victoria's Secret or Pink or Limited To and Bath and Body Works, like these things that, oh, look, I'm turning into a woman, I get to wear perfume now, or I get to wear the big girl panties, like, we're run by disgusting men. And I think I can go on long bouts of like, everything's fine. Like, I am a strong, intelligent, creative, amazing woman who has this incredible life. Like, I genuinely love my life. I thank God that I have it every single day when I lay my head on my pillow. Genuinely, I would not change my life for not one person on this planet. I love my life and I love the people that I have in it. And then comes the reality of the society that I live in. And I don't know where to place myself. And it's scary. Because so that information came out, and then work got really intense. It just got really busy and I had a lot of projects. And then I also slowed down on how much I was actually recording or posting or any of those things. And I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to feel like I don't deserve to be silly or post or do this or do that on the internet, right? Because I matter as too. And the other thing is, it's so funny how these disgusting men do whatever they want and we feel guilty. Like, it's just like the same way that the president can fuck the economy and we're the ones who end up being super stressed and like penny pinching, right? And like stressed about our jobs and the housing market and groceries and all these things, when like, goddamn, like, it wasn't my fucking choice to put tariffs on everything. I actually just finished watching this video about cameras, and it's by this creator who is in Canada, and she literally drew the graph of like, this camera is $400 and something in the US. In the States, it's $800 and something, and like shows the graph of like when it went up, how much it lowered for like Black Friday, and how it's skyrocketed again. Like, what kind of hell are we living in, people? And another thing is, I've said this in my other vlogs where like, I would love to run away someplace else and grow my own food, and have my own animals. Like, I would love a horse, I'd love cows and pigs and chickens. It's a really big dream of mine to have chickens and to also have a garden where I can grow everything, which obviously is not gonna happen in New York, like, unless I move upstate, which for a while there, I was looking at houses upstate, but genuinely, I hate the snow. I genuinely hate the snow and I hate being cold. So that's no longer on my list. But whenever I get overwhelmed, my brain immediately tells me that I need to move somewhere else. And I'm like, okay, girl, where? Where then? Where are you gonna move then? And it's insane because, like, I don't know, guys. This is really just me rambling. I don't know. I just feel like I lost the plot. I lost the plot of, like, my own shit and what was making me happy and how to create and live amongst the chaos that I feel in my brain over what's right and what's wrong and how to live amongst that. And what changes can I make in my life to feel better? Even though it's not my fault that any of these things are happening, I still want to feel better. I also saw this other video about Kerrygold, about butter that basically we all thought was good butter. It's the second highest sold butter in the United States because we all thought it was good quality, and it's not. It's all GMOs, even though it doesn't say it. It's all GMOs and crap, and even the package that it comes in has a bunch of forever chemicals and plastics and yada yada yada. And it's shit like that I just feel like the normal things that you usually would do, like, oh, meditate, exercise a little bit, change your diet, like, those are not the things that are gonna make me feel better. It's like, oh, I need to completely change my life, 180 it, like, but I think that's a little too drastic, right? Like, but that's what bothers me. Like, I don't know what to do to make myself feel better. I don't know what decisions to make. And this is not just because of right now. This is a forever thing. Like, I'm just so overwhelmed. And one of the books, I just finished returning all the books at the library, but one of the books that I was reviewing is called Raging Clouds. And I think what pisses me off too, so I picked up all these books to take my mind off of social media and put it someplace else, and also because I love reading. They were all graphic novels except for one. This is the one that I have that's just a regular novel. And they were really pissing me off. They were pissing me the fuck off. So one of them was called Raging Clouds, and it was about this woman who, it's in the 16th century, and it's a Dutch housewife who, she doesn't even like her husband, and she's like obsessed with God for some reason. Well, because of the times that she's in. And her husband goes away for a year. She's like the best she's ever felt while he's gone. And then when he comes back, he comes back with an Asian woman. And she's like, what the hell? Also, the main woman of the book is really skinny. And everyone always tells her, like, ew, you're mad skinny. The woman that he brings back is super voluptuous and chunky. Over the course of the book, she finds out that that woman was a slave who was bought by a Moor, but not as a slave. He just bought her to save her, and they were like running around town in love. And that Dutch man saw that, didn't like that, killed that man, took her and brought her back to his house. And now she is his sex slave, right? And what pissed me off about the book is that she goes on like multiple rants talking about like, I'm happy here. No, I'm happy here. He gives me food and wine. What? In what fucking world would a woman be okay in that situation? I just saw you kill the man that saved me, who like technically, you know, is supposed to be the love of her life. And now I'm gonna go live with you? I'd be fucking terrified out my ass. You just killed someone in front of me, and now you're stealing me back to your country? And we have to, the whole time, and you have a wife? And everyone here hates me, but she's always ranting about how she's good? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And I feel like, and that book is written by an Asian woman, a Korean woman. And I just feel like this is how we perpetuate some ideas. Some of the same ideas that we're always trying to fight against, this is how it happens. And that book pissed me the fuck off. That book pissed me the fuck off. There was another one where it was like about a girl who her mom hates her. Her mom hates her and sends her to this home with these people who treat her so disrespectfully, like so gross. And the reason why her mom sends her away is because she's actually a part of a cult where they sacrifice the first daughter of every household to then become the banshee of the family. And what a banshee is basically like a spirit that protects you from harm. Like, it'll appear when you're about to die or something bad is gonna happen, so it warns you and protects you. So all the first daughters of every single family become that and are sacrificed. So the moms just treat them horribly so that they don't get attached to them. And that's another one that I was like, okay, girl. Cults, sacrifice, and of course it's the sacrifice of women for the betterment of men, because it's only the men who are in the cult, and it's just the women who get sacrificed, and also the moms who kind of just like let it happen. Red flag. Am I wrong? Like, I for a second felt like when I was reading these books, like, oh Sam, you're being sensitive, like maybe it's just like the current state of the world that's making you feel this way, but like, no, genuinely, red flag. How about you write a better book? How about we put things out that are better than that? Anyone? which I did read one book that was really great, Vera Bushwhack. That one was about someone who's non-binary, who basically her experience as a woman is exactly like all of ours, where every single time she has been disrespected, belittled, someone who she thought she was safe around, she really wasn't, or someone who she thought the relationship was normal, they turn it into some kind of like sexual thing, and they decide to build a cabin in the woods to live alone. That was a great book. That was a great book. That was a fantastic book, because at the end of the book you realize it's really just about them and their relationship with their dog. And it's beautiful, and also the freedom that they feel in this space where they don't have to perform for anyone else, and they also don't have to feel like they're saving themselves or protecting themselves from other people, aka men. That one was a great one, also a really great read. And I really love the parts where they're doing something they enjoy and the illustrations change and show how liberated they feel. That was a great, wholesome book. Really great. Ooh, I also read this other one, which I think I want to grab it again from the library. It's called A Guest in the House by Emily Carroll. That's a really great one as well. That one was a little bit spooky, scary, and I ended up having to lock my bedroom door because I was a little bit scared. I'm not gonna lie. But it's about a woman who marries a dentist, and this is his second marriage, and he has a kid from the last marriage. And everything is fine in this woman's world, up until she starts realizing that she doesn't know anything about his past, period. Honestly, she knows nothing about this man and about this house, and like weird things start happening. And the way that the book is left off is just 10 out of 10. I would 100% recommend that book. Also, if I'm being so honest, some of the albums that I've been listening to are also on that same kind of vibe, like Waiting to Exhale. If you've never seen the movie, go watch it. Shame on you. No, I won't be shaming you. But please go watch it. Great movie. Don't center your life around a man. Now and Then. This is the soundtrack, but go watch that movie too, about sisterhood, basically. 4 friends growing up in the same town, they're best friends, the things that they go through, and this is an incredible movie. Dixie Chicks, the 5th song on it, Goodbye Earl. Pause this, literally right now, pause this, open a new tab, whatever you gotta do. Dixie Chicks, Goodbye Earl video. Incredible writing and visual storytelling through that song. Again, about sisterhood. And then of course, we're just gonna, I got this CD the other day and I was very excited. I was obsessed with Paramore in middle school. I just had to shout that one out. But yeah, I think I was being down on myself about like feeling sensitive or feeling like, oh, I can't read this kind of book or I can't watch this kind of film. When in reality, like, no, literally things that portray women in a certain light, like, I'm fucking sick of it. I'm fucking tired of it. Genuinely. And I think that as women, we can be made to feel crazy or, oh, like, you're just complaining, or you're always talking about that stuff, like, when in reality, like, no, this is our fucking reality that we live in every single day, especially in this country, in every fucking country. Like, let's be honest, people. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Oh, and one of the films that I forgot to put in that other video, which I think that video will come out after this one, is Girl Fight. This is a great movie. This movie is about a girl named Diana Guzman who lives in the Bronx, and she has an abusive father, and I believe her brother is a younger brother. And it starts off with her dad sending her to a boxing gym to pay her brother's boxing coach, right? She goes there, she ends up hitting a boy, and she's like, and what about it? She figures out a way to get the coach to start coaching her. She starts stealing her dad's money in order to pay for it. And this was my introduction to Michelle Rodriguez. This is her breakout role. And if I'm not mistaken, the entire cast is Puerto Rican. My favorite character in it is the boxing coach. He does such a fantastic job. Like, his performance, he left everything on the floor in his performance. I also love how slow this movie is, because what I got from it, if this were a boy's story of him becoming a boxer, there'd be tons of like really fast B-roll and like a montage of him training, and then at the end you would see him like but instead it's really slow and emotional, and you're learning about how she feels on the inside. And she falls in love with Adrian, who's another boxer, in the place. And it's just like, oh my God. Like, this is a top-notch film. I absolutely love it. It also begs you to slow down and watch what's happening. Don't pick up your phone. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and also, fun fact, the coach in it, his wife in the movie is his wife in real life. 10 out of 10, she's my gay awakening. She is my gay awakening. As soon as I saw this, I couldn't get enough. I couldn't get enough. To this day, Michelle Rodriguez and Jodie Foster are my, like, literally top two. Like, that's it. That's it. Biggest crushes of all time. I think that was about it. I just wanted to complain and like level set and let you guys know what I was going through, because I know I'm not the only one going through it. I've been watching a lot of people, my favorite content creators and YouTubers, talk about this passionately and like cry, and I'm just like, I know I'm not crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm not crazy in how I feel, and I really feel like we should all be talking about it, and we should all be talking about it together and discussing what we're gonna do to change it, to truly change it. And also, with all the men commenting under my things or like messaging me or anything like that, like, I refuse, this is another layer of it, I refuse to be belittled and like squashed underneath everything when I deserve my space on the internet, and I deserve my space in the world to feel joy and accomplishment and creativity and community. And I just don't want to allow myself to get that taken away from me, because I don't deserve that. And I know that I can take it away from myself. Like, I know that I can self-sabotage in a way. My camera stopped recording. I don't know what I was saying, but thank you guys for watching, for sticking in with me while I go down my rabbit hole of chaos that is the world right now. If you guys have any recommendations of books, movies, shows, anything that you think I would enjoy, please comment down below. I'd love to read more books. Ooh, I want a good romance. Can you guys please recommend a good romance? I want to be like kicking my feet about to vomit. You know, like, I need to believe again. Or something like a good fantasy. I love fantasy. I love sci-fi. Just nothing dystopian right now. I can't handle it. We are already there. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to subscribe. Muchos besitos. I'll see you next time.